me, I think he has all the right to say what he said, because if not only Christianity but any other religion, if someone was to say something against them, they would not get fined at all. They wouldn't get this or that.
DJ Bishara.
How you going, Bishara?
remember his DJing days?
Oh, man.
Well, what happened to your set?
Oh, my God, man. I sold that like... All right, let me just start, all right?
DJ Bishara better make a return. Anyway, let's go.
All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Touchline Podcast, episode 52. I hope you're all having a good evening as always. Before anything, please make sure you sub to our channel. Please follow our socials. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, boys, how was your weekend?
Why do you say that as if like, I don't know, like you're announcing someone's death?
I know. It's like a death announcement.
The bloke is so like, what?
Just laid back, man. Like, I'm just chilled back in there.
That's okay.
Hey guys, please like, comment, subscribe. Welcome
like
to
I'm a
episode 52.
Anthony, Alan Hummel.
DJ Bishara.
How are you, Bishara?
Yeah, not bad.
Bishara?
How about you?
I've been alright, man.
And what you saying? I'm going. We gotta start this
I
again.
had a party.
Yeah, we had a party 21st.
Yeah. Mates,
That didn't end up. That didn't end well for me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Go
nah. You heard what happened? Nothing
I didn't
big.
hear anything.
Honestly, that was a blur. I don't know how I got in the Uber and went home. I went back to the club.
Oh, did
It
you?
was all about that they had to pick me up.
Yeah.
Are you
It
serious?
was like 1:30.
It was like, no, it wasn't that late, but yeah,
It
was a slaughter
weird
night. It was a
Weird
slaughter
night.
night.
Like a
For
weird
Bill.
random night, you would say.
For
Yeah.
Bill. Good party, but towards the end,
It was
just
Sorry, boys.
No,
Sorry, boys.
Family comes first.
Of
Nah,
course,
but far out, man. Like, I thought I really orange kissed you goodbye. Like, as in, I just left without telling anyone. I don't remember anything. I don't remember the Uber ride. It was like half an hour from here.
Oh, wow.
I could have been kidnapped, thrown in the river, and I wouldn't fucking know.
For a second, because I was on the balcony talking to mates, and I saw you get in the car. I said, "Who the hell's Bill going with?" And that.
I could have went into some random's car
That's
and
what I'm
got
saying. That's what I'm
murdered.
saying. But nah,
Anyways.
it was a good weekend.
Yeah, it was a good weekend.
Few chats
Happy birthday, Antho.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Antho.
Scored in the corner.
But yeah, few chat for League Talk. We'll start off with Michael Mcguire, who's officially been confirmed as the New South Wales coach. Before we really delve into him being the coach and our thoughts of whether it's the right move or good move, we already know what he's going to be selecting when it comes to Origin.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm big on form. The biggest thing I can say to the players is just come and play the best footy you can play. So that's already hinting that no matter who you are, whether you're Cleary, Doueihi, anything, he's picking players based on form. So do you reckon that's already a good sign heading into the season, especially in Origin?
It's a tough decision, man.
Yeah.
Because now, it is a tough decision. Why? Because there's a new coach now. Like he's probably like want to bring new faces like into the squad. But like how you said about Nathan Cleary and James Tedesco and all that. Like,
What did you say about them now?
No, I said the Cleary.
I'm saying about Cleary.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like he wants probably new, fresh faces. But personally, I would say like you need to have the same players.
Yeah.
They've been there before.
Yeah.
Like you need Cleary again, of course, bro. He was the leader of Blues, and Tedesco as well, the captain.
but he's saying if on form, he's picking players on form.
Oh, you do agree with it?
Like
Depends like on the forward pack and the halves.
The story this year was about loyalty and whatever with Fittler. But Samuel's saying, what Mcguire's saying, Madge is saying, he's going to pick players based on form going into next
think
year's
it's a
series.
good move.
I think it's a very
It is a good move.
That's what it is. That's what Origin is. You pick on form, the best players.
Heading into the 2023 Origin, Turbo, Tedesco, even Doueihi, like these players, they made it only because they played Origin.
Yeah, that's right.
Turbo wasn't on the best form. Tedesco wasn't on the best form.
Yeah.
Doueihi was not on the best form. And look what happened. It cost us the Origin. So I think picking players on form is very important. Yes, even if Cleary's off form, you probably still pick him. But it's about the other positions. Like there's some key positions where you can't, you can't think about form. You got to think about the smarter move, like for example Cleary, but likes of Tedesco, if he's not playing, don't put him. I think
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like, based on form, really.
100%.
But look, even like Madge, like I feel like it's really like Clarkie's put it, the worst kept rugby league secret.
Yeah,
in
everyone
history.
knew that was gonna
Everyone knew it was going to happen, but really, like if you watch the interview he had when they announced he's going to become the new Blues coach, he's like, I want to bring pride back in that Blues jersey. Like he wants to bring Just the same thing. The same thing Slater brought to Queensland this year
Needs to bring
in the past couple of seasons is what he said he's going to bring. Like pride back in that Blues jersey. He's like, I never played Origin, but now I get to become coach. Like you can already see the passion through his eyes and through his words. It's good
like
signs going in.
If you look at back when Ricky Stewart and even Laurie Davey,
that's what I was going to
say. The boys played hard. Like they give everything. Paul Gallen, the Morris brothers.
There was more even as well. There's more like Andrew Johns, Brad Fittler, Ryan Girdler, all the main ones.
We're losing the match, the series, but we're still putting up a fight.
Yeah.
And past few years, this blue side hasn't. So I think
it hasn't been.
I said before when there was rumors that he was going to be the coach.
Yeah.
I think it's a very good move.
If you're saying about passion, you need like those forward players like like Junior Paulo, David Clemmer, the Safidi brothers. Who else there is? Payne Haas. They're the passion players. Yeah. That's what you want into the table for
me,
Blues.
The key positions I think Blues need next year. I think second row was like a big position last year we lacked. You look at, we had Hudson Young in the second row. We also had Payne Guy. So that forward pack was quite an issue. I think that's the reason why we struggled. The forward pack weren't meeting the intensity of what Queensland were bringing. So I think getting the right second row in the game, like Kian Kilimatagi and Alukuatu.
I was actually happy about Kilimatagi, bro. The way how he pressed us.
And I think getting the right fullback, because Tedesco, you could see last year wasn't the best.
He wasn't,
So, look, depending on form, he might have the best start to the season. He gets selected. But again, maybe his fullback position might not be there next year. So, there's key positions we need to
But I want to ask you something before anything. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, it's all good.
But I want to ask you boys, who would you put as captain for New South Wales Blues other than James Tedesco?
Cameron Murray, probably.
Cameron Murray?
Or Zahabiu.
I was going to say
I would say Isaiah. He's actually
a lot of captains in that team.
Yeah, there's not much, man. Or even Nathan Cleary could.
Nathan Cleary could.
You can.
Cleary is a captain of Panthers.
There's a lot of captain options.
Personally, I would say Isaiah.
Yeah.
He's actually been playing very, very consistent, and he's been playing very, very good in a club level too.
These players now, like the likes of Dylan Edwards, even Nico Hines, they're going to be thinking, okay, now if I can just play good, pick up my form.
They have to start from the beginning,
They're not going to be worried anymore, like, these guys are guaranteed a spot.
Exactly.
Like now they have that chance. Like now we might see Nico Hines, Dylan Edwards make the squad.
And even Mitchell Moses too, after his performance round 3 of Origin.
Pop up back
exactly.
in. So it's a fresh start for Michael Mcguire, and also the current Blue squad, but also future players that can come into it.
But what's good about Michael Mcguire, he has that passion as well. Like I know he was born here,
and that's what he wants.
But he has that aggression as well. Like he'll not like swear at you, but he'll scream. You need that coach level like that.
Exactly.
Like Craig Bellamy, for example, and Des Hasler.
You know it brings out the best of players.
Bellamy has he already had experience in Blues level, so that's why if Mcguire can do that. That will push the players more harder and more confident.
Do you think you think he'll be better than Brad Fittler?
No, not way as Brad Fittler. No.
If I'm still a bit skeptical about Madge coming in, just judging by the way he coached Tigers. And I remember saying before, it's been 10 years now since he won the premiership with the Rabbitohs. I'm still a bit skeptical, but based on what he's saying right now, I see the passion. Just because he hasn't played Origin, and just because as a player, like you want to play Origin, but he never got that
because
of injury. He got injured and had to retire early. But now, like there's a bit more for himself too. Like he wants, like now he's in the Origin arena. Look, he wants to prove something.
Personally, I think he will do well because, like you mentioned about Tigers, he was around a club that wasn't well structured. You look at what he done at Rabbitohs. He won them a premiership. So I think, Brad Fittler struggled with the Blue squad with the best players in the game, and he struggled.
He actually did.
For me, I don't think Fittler is that type of coach that can succeed in an NRL club. Michael Mcguire has proven to be a successful coach. So I think coming to a Blue squad where he can choose the players he wants, the greatest players in the game right now, it can really show how good he can show in the game.
I think Brad Fittler wasn't the best coach, like the prime Blue squad, and he didn't do the best with it. Especially these last 3 seasons, he's been very poor. So it's good. We got Michael Mcguire. He's fresh. Won the premiership with the Rabbitohs. So I think it's a brilliant move. But now also in regards to Michael Mcguire, there's rumours speculating that he will have a chat with Jack Wighton to potentially see if he would want to unretire from Origin and come back to the big stage. So is that a good move? Do you think Wighton would be open to that?
He could, judging maybe if he says the right things, Madge, he could convince him to unretire from rep footy. But
again, depends on form.
It depends on form.
Criteria.
What do you think?
He's going to open the conversation with him.
Yeah.
And usually players, I feel, when they make a decision, they make it. They don't want to go back on it, saying, I'll come back. Yeah. But look, if Michael Mcguire has a chat with him, I think you have to select him. Because why give him that? Why make him unretire just not to select him?
What if he's not on form?
That's like, of course, he's not on form. So I think for him wanting to, the rumor saying that he wants to go talk to him, I think don't talk to him at all.
Yeah.
Because I think then it puts you in this position, like Jack White is going to say, then why'd you come talk to me? Like we see a lot of players that don't get selected on form.
But he's going to talk to him around selection time. They'll be like after the NRL season started. So
he can talk to him after.
But probably, he most likely.
Wighton is a fantastic player. For me, if he was to come into State of Origin again, he could play. Yeah. Look, we're missing a 5'8". Yeah. So he might be the combination with Nathan Cleary.
Wouldn't mind that.
I don't think he'll start centre because you've got Latrell Mitchell. Yeah. He can play there. You've got Stephen Crichton there.
Best now.
So it'll be, and Bradman Best, of course. So it'll be hard for him to secure that spot next year. Yeah. But again, depends on form. But if he was to come back, I think 5'8" will be a perfect position for him.
Michael Mcguire, this is what he said. I'll let him find his feet there at South, and when the time's right, we'll have that conversation. So, Anthony, what do you think? Do you think Wighton should unretire from Origin and come back into it?
Well, you never know. And look, if he,
we haven't a day.
No, but to be fair, if he's going to come out of retirement and he has to prove himself. Yeah. Well, he has to play very, very consistent during the NRL preseason from the beginning.
Yeah.
So, to me personally, he has to start from that all the way to the end. And when it comes to the time when Michael Mcguire has that discussion with him, if he decides to make that decision, come back to play Origin, I think that should be a good move. And he'll probably perfectly fit with Nathan Cleary. Yeah. And I think they'll probably work together.
I think Nathan Cleary and White will be a good selection.
I think it will be a good selection.
Come back to Origin.
Of course.
Yeah. What about you, Bill? Do you think?
No, I think it's a great move. Jack Wighton is the reason why Souths are signing Jack Wighton.
Yeah.
And just like Madge said, he's gonna let him find his feet first. I feel like he's gonna watch him, see how he plays, see how he plays with Souths and how he gets along with that combination over there.
Yeah.
And then I think he's going to talk to him.
Okay.
Yeah. Look,
but I reckon it's a great decision.
So there's new signing for, of course, New South Wales heading for next year, but also there's a few signings for Bulldogs and Rabbitohs. Bulldogs signing Connor Tracey, breaking news a couple of days ago, as well as Braden Burns to Rabbitohs. So first of all, let's talk about Connor Tracey. Is this a good move?
I think it's great depth for the club.
Yeah.
We're just signing utility players at this point.
A lot of depth.
It is. Because I think he plays centre.
He plays centre, fullback.
Yeah, he can play one of those
really, this is what we need. We need depth in the squad. This is how we're going to win the premiership next year. Of course. But I think it's a great thing.
Yeah.
Where would like...
Where are you going to put him? That's the big question mark. Because that's what
I don't see him starting.
Yeah, because when I found out when he signed with Dogs, don't get me wrong, that's a very good signing. Yeah. But my concern is we got Carraz.
And Crichton.
As well. And Taff and Fox and Bronson Jerry as well.
He can play a number of positions.
Yeah.
Look, I watched him a few times at Sharks when William Kennedy was injured.
Yeah.
He does bring a lot to the game. He's very quick. I think for me, when I've seen him, he's very fast. And there's not a lot of fast fullbacks in the game right now. There's a few there.
There is a few,
but he's like a speedster. So I think that's something we're lacking in our team, someone that's fast. Of course, we've got the Fox in the team. But for him to go fullback, say... There's two options, Crichton or Taff at fullback. Yeah. Say Crichton doesn't perform well at fullback, he goes to centre. Say Taff doesn't reach the potential, there's Connor Tracey. He'll get his chance to perform at fullback. So I think it's a fantastic sign.
It is.
I really like Connor Tracey.
Look, it can be Crichton and Taff fullback.
Yeah.
It can be Crichton fullback, Tracey centre. Yeah. It can be Connor Tracey fullback, Crichton centre, Taff utility.
So many options.
There's so many options. Taff can play 6 as well. So
it's great if
it's a lot of depth.
Since judging by this year how we got injury ridden. Yeah. Imagine if say
that's what he's focusing on. It looks like
it's great. It's great for depth. That's my only positive thing I can.
We got hit the worst.
Exactly.
We got hit the worst. So if Crichton gets injured, you got Connor Tracey.
We always got backups,
all our positions are covered.
Yeah.
And it's a good move now. I think Gus is learning. Not learning, but he's looking back at what happened this season
after the injuries,
and he's focusing on the depth of the squad. Now, even if we didn't have those injuries, it's always important to have the depth because again, the bench is what can help you win the premiership.
Because
make the top
Connor
8.
Tracey was contracted to 2025, but I think Sharks, they let him go
Let
effective
him go,
immediately.
He's injured right now.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
So he's probably going to not start till probably like
Feb.
maybe to Feb.
Apparently
the trial,
Feb, he won't start.
trial.
Also,
sorry.
now Braden Burns, he's left.
Yeah.
He was, a very good player for the Bulldogs.
He was actually pretty decent the whole year, but then he had a bit of
never had a good run, like a long form. I think very talented.
Very underrated.
Very
Yeah, he
underrated.
was.
I think he was probably one of our best centers
At the club.
at that time when he
at the beginning actually,
exactly. But yeah, look, I think with the players coming in, it's like really in the stars is going to leave. Like
Exactly.
there's no space
It was
for him
off
at the club.
I think it was off contract.
too.
Yeah,
so
it was.
He's back at Rabbitohs now, New South Wales Cup.
Yeah.
But why doesn't he is it he signed for the New South Wales Cup or he signed for Rabbitohs but they're putting him in the New South Wales Cup?
It's the lower grade.
I think he signed for the New South Wales Cup side.
Okay, so he can't.
But I think he can. Yeah,
He can still make
He can
it.
still play South,
Yeah, I'm wondering why they can't.
That was his first club when
Yeah, it
he
was
played.
his first club.
But look, Braden Burns was a try scoring for centre.
Yeah.
Like there's games he was always on the score sheet. Even offloading was good, tackle breaks was good. So I think it's a player I'm gonna miss because he's a very respectable player.
Yeah, he was.
A lot of fans at the club like him.
And we've actually met him too, last year at the start of the
nice
year.
bloke. So look, for me, it's not a big blow. Of course, the new signings we've got is probably better than Braden Burns, but I think whatever he does for his future at Rabbitohs, hopefully wish him all the best. Of course,
he'll be good for that.
But he'll be dearly missed too. He was such a humble bloke.
Yeah, he was very good for the Dogs.
Yeah, he was.
Another signing now, but this time with rumours about Nathan Cleary and Ivan Cleary.
Yeah.
They're rumoured to potentially sign a contract after 2027. So yeah, I think that's going to happen, of course. Nathan Cleary and Ivan Cleary are the reason probably why Panthers have won the three-peat.
Yeah.
They're the main figures that led them to the three-peat, you know.
100%. Go look at the grand final where
he
basically Nathan Cleary's got a 3P under his name, not the
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
It's himself, yeah.
But it's like they want them to sign lifetime deals.
Yeah.
And I think it will happen.
honestly, don't see them leaving anywhere.
Yeah,
I think
that's what I'm saying.
I don't think they'll be leaving at all because after winning those 3 premierships, where else
they
can
made
you
4
go?
grand finals
Exactly.
in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
So imagine they could have been on a 4P.
Exactly.
And they're the reason why.
But the last option, where else can they go? They could go to Super League maybe just for a year or 2 years, maybe to
that's towards the end
maybe
of their
like
career.
No, I
last
don't
league,
think
maybe.
so. I see him as one club.
Yeah.
He'll say
I say Ivan Cleary.
guaranteed.
But you know what? Ivan Cleary could be coaching till he's Wayne Bennett's age.
Look,
you know what I mean? So he could be moving
Look,
clubs.
let's say
But maybe Nathan Cleary's a one club player.
Yeah, I
don't think he moves.
He won't go anywhere
Andrew
else.
Johns was a nice player all the way until the end. He left.
Until he retired, yeah.
He left the Super League.
Yeah.
So
That's
Nathan
right.
Cleary could do the same thing.
I don't think so, man.
But I think he'd be an NRL player at Panthers, and then you just don't know what happens. Like you could potentially go.
Exactly.
I feel
And it depends where the money
Yeah, who
is.
thought Andrew Johns would be Super League? You know, so
course.
I feel he'd more move to another sport than another club or another league. Maybe because he's even said he's open to
Any
joining
other sport.
Union later on. I remember hearing
that's
something
gonna
about
be a
that.
tough challenge,
But rugby league wise, he's staying at Panthers.
He's going to be
Surely
a
by
Panther.
the end of Ivan Cleary's managerial career, he surely be the top 3 coaches of NRL
he could
history.
be, yeah.
Because
He's in the
3P,
three-peat.
again, he made a grand final with Warriors in 2011 with a team that no one expected to go that far. He got him to that point of nearly winning a premiership, a 3P with Penrith. So yeah, he's a fantastic coach, and honestly, anywhere he'll join except Penrith.
Really? Ivan Cleary?
What?
You're saying Ivan Cleary?
Yeah, by the end of his managerial
You're saying
career,
he's staying as a coach
coach for the rest
till
of
he retires.
I think at Penrith,
I don't think so. As I said, Nathan Cleary will stay,
But not
Ivan Cleary. Ivan Cleary, with a coach, you can. So unless you get sick of it,
look
you're
at
going to
Bellamy.
retire.
He's at the club for long.
That's what I know,
Yeah,
but I'm
he's been
saying
there,
I see Ivan Cleary maybe just look, as you said, 3P. He's won it all.
So
what else as a coach you want?
Give a new challenge.
New challenge.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? It's going to get to a point where I'm sick of this.
Yeah.
I'm not in Ivan Cleary's head. I don't know what he thinks.
Yeah.
But me personally, if I was in his position and I already won 3 in a row and I've done it all, I want to do it at the Tigers.
Yeah.
Send me back to
Fair
the
enough.
Tigers.
Look,
try and fix them.
Yeah.
we've spoken about Penrith, the premiers from 2023. Now we're going to talk about one of the players from the runners-up team, the Brisbane Broncos.
Yeah.
Corey Parker has recently said that Broncos should re-sign Reece Walsh as their highest player. So he's saying that he deserves a 1.1 million contract.
Yeah.
Do you agree that Walsh is...
That's a load of shit.
Yeah,
you don't reckon he's worth
Straight off
that
the
much?
bat, load of shit.
Why is he not worth that much?
I think he's still young.
Look, first of
And
all...
one season so far.
Exactly. Samuel nailed it on the head. He just made his debut when?
With the Warriors.
2008 Warriors.
2021.
2021.
2021.
He played 2 years for the Warriors and then 1 year with the
How does he
Panthers.
go to 1.1 million per season? And he's not even like, usually pay that with your, like, I pay that for bloody Adam Reynolds.
Yeah.
How much is Adam Reynolds on?
He's not on $1 million.
But if I was to pay $1 million for someone, I won't pay for Walsh.
You'd pay
Right, he's your X factor,
You'd
yeah,
pay
but
for prime
not a
Adam
chance.
Reynolds.
Prime Adam Reynolds.
Yeah, 'cause
but I'm
he's a bit old now.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm saying I wouldn't pay it for Reece Walsh. Again, he's the X factor.
Who's
Yeah.
someone you'd pay
But-
like right now $1 million for? Like in
In
besides
Brisbane,
Nathan Cleary.
Broncos.
No, in any NRL.
But
like,
do you
besides
give
Nathan
Walsh
Cleary.
one more year to see he's worth that much?
Honestly, I'd give him. What is he now? 21.
He's still young, 21, 22.
Why is this a conversation? You give him another 2 years.
Yeah,
Fair
give
enough,
him a
yeah.
2 years. Maybe it's just a couple seasons wonder. But maybe he's not the next Slater later. What if he just falls off?
Yeah, we've seen a lot of
See
You know
how
what
it
I mean?
goes,
Like,
yeah.
why are they saying 1.1 million a season just because he's the face of the NRL
Makes
now?
no sense, man.
Fuck out of here.
Look,
Sorry for my
I'm
language.
not saying he's gonna fall off, but it's just you can't just give him it now.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes the money could just
Like,
he's
it's just
set.
a two,
he can just relax,
yeah.
not want to play like the way he played last season.
Yeah,
So
he's got a
money
fair
plays
point
big
there
factor.
because I'm going to relate this to soccer. So many players have signed big contracts. When they signed that big contract, they did not perform at all during the year.
That's true.
They got their money and that's it.
Let's relate it back to rugby league.
Yeah.
Tavita Pengai.
Yeah,
What happened there?
100%.
Got
Great
the
example.
money. Didn't want. Apparently, got forced into playing the sport.
Yeah, so
That makes no sense. Like,
That's
really
it.
doesn't.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
pay $1 million for him.
No, not a chance.
But look, they could. I think we didn't pay $1 million for Burden. But yeah, back to my question: who's the one player that deserves to be a $1 million paid player besides Nathan Cleary?
Out of any club.
We know he's
And they're probably underrated,
He's
probably.
up there. It could be anyone.
Yeah.
Anyone you think that
It's a tough one,
deserves to
man.
be $1 million.
There's a lot of
Besides Nathan
new.
Cleary.
There's a lot of new fresh faces like in the NRL.
Sean Johnson.
$1 million, you reckon?
He's too
Yeah, but
old.
bro, he's getting to
Too
the
old.
age now. But that's the thing. He
Prime,
still has
yes,
another year, 2
when he
years,
was
and he's
younger.
done.
I'm for Noah Blake.
For Noel Blake.
Yeah.
I think he's
I
worth
think
a
so.
million.
Million?
100% he's worth that much.
He's tanked that bloke.
I've said it always on the pod that for the forward he scores so many tries and a team needs that a team needs a forward that scores tries and he has the whole package. I think he's worth more than $1 million.
I don't know if this is a bit controversial, but I'm going to go Latrell Mitchell.
Latrell.
I'll pay $1 million for Latrell. The impact he can have on a team, like imagine Latrell with us. He's a big unit like Greg Inglis. He can just destroy anyone.
But let's base it on Bulldogs. Like, who would you sign for $1 million?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'll
for
pay
Noel
Blake.
Blake.
That's a tough one, man.
I'll pay $1
Like,
million for Latrell.
I'll pay for Noah Blake $1 million
We
plus
say anything.
because we need a forward like him.
Latrell million.
This would probably be an interesting one, but like he's already at Melbourne. I would say Nick Meaney, man. He's proved a lot.
$1 million.
$1 million for
Maybe Nick Meaney. That's my opinion. He's proved a lot, man. He left the Canterbury Bulldogs back in 2021, I think, or 2022.
Yeah, 2021.
And look, he played heaps much better at
$1
Melbourne.
million level is like a superstar level.
$1 million. For
Me-
He
Meaney's
could be the next
Meaney's
face like later on in the future. I would
Maybe.
say if he steps
Okay.
up.
That's your
I
opinion.
would say Nick
That's
Meaney.
your
You know
opinion.
what? Personally, I wouldn't. There's not really anyone I'd say other than
Yeah.
Nathan Cleary that's over $1 million in my opinion.
Yeah,
in the NRL right
It's
now.
fair, to be honest.
I don't got one. Like I really don't.
Like,
Yeah,
I don't think
fair
Mitch
enough.
Moses is worth that
No,
much.
he's not worth $1
No
million.
one. No one. And they'll pretty much
As much as I
stand.
don't like
Maybe
Cherry
Pappenhausen
Evans,
if he wasn't injured.
No, not
a lot.
even.
If he wasn't injured a lot.
I'd get him for $1 million.
He's
Even
gone.
then,
He's
no.
gone, bro. But if he's not injured,
Look,
No,
as
even
much as I
then.
don't like Cherry Evans, I think he's
Yeah.
worth $1 million.
Cherry Evans.
Yeah, I think he's worth
Were
that
you
much.
just saying about age?
No, but he's already, for me, he's still at an age where he can go longer. Sean Johnson's already said, I've got like probably one more
How
year at
old's
the Warriors.
DCE? He's
like
around
33. I think.
33, but
He's been on the
he
older
looks
side.
fit
Same as
for his
Reynolds.
age.
Same as Adam Reynolds.
I don't know. I think Cherry Evans is worth that much still.
You know what?
This is a good question.
Listen.
I think a lot of
I think let the fans decide, and we'll put it in the comments.
So
on
you're
the poll on
just-
Instagram.
Okay,
We'll find
you're
out.
Cleary.
Hey,
You're going Cleary.
I'm going no one.
Oh, no, okay.
So
okay.
he's blank. I
For
said Nick
me, I'll
Meaney.
go for Noah Blake.
Yeah, I said Nick Meaney.
Nick
I'm
Meaney.
saying Latrell Mitchell.
Okay, fair point.
Put it in the comments down below who you think.
Yeah, exactly.
Which NRL player besides Nathan Cleary deserves to be a $1 million paid player? So finally, before we wrap things up,
Yeah.
a bit of controversial around Adam Doueihi. it was about a Premier League post, and this post basically explained how people should approach like the LGBTQ, and instead of saying, for example, sport is about performance, you shouldn't care about the identity. And then Adam Doueihi responded, "What an embarrassing post," and then he took it down, and then there's been a lot of heat around him. So, like, what are your thoughts about that?
I don't know. It's just I don't know how to explain it, bro. It's so frustrating. Yeah. I don't want to go too personal, like how we've always said.
Yeah, we don't want to get political.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to be political or anything, but you know what? Enough is enough, man. Like, he has every right what to say, bro.
Yeah, he can speak the truth.
He has his own rights. He has his 100%. Own opinions. He can say whatever he wants. No one can't tell him what to do.
100%. But I'm gonna see both sides of this story.
Yeah, see both sides.
You gotta be in a news. You can't be biased or whatever.
Yeah.
See it right from both sides. Look at it from. You could say Adam Doueihi has a platform.
Yeah.
He's a rugby league player, first grade player. At the end of the day, yes, express your. Everyone's got the right. Freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone has that right.
Exactly.
At the same time, when you have a platform like that, and you know what the world is right now.
Yeah.
And you know you'll get into shit. You can't be saying that online.
You gotta be smart.
You gotta be smart. It's all about reputation too. At the end of the day, see, that's one side of it. But the other side, as I said, freedom of speech, you can say what he wants.
100%.
But
for me, I think he has all the right to say what he said, because if not only Christianity, but any other religion, if someone was to say something against them, they would not get fined at all. They wouldn't get this or that.
if the tables are turned, if that was a religious post about how to include religious people, and he said that, like an atheist said that,
it wouldn't be.
100%.
The NFL would have not went into 100%. Investigate what he said. So in my way, he has all the right to say. I don't care if he's a footy player, because it has to go both ways regarding this or this. It has to be the same. That's how I say it.
And again, I go, Bill. He knows he's up there. Like, people know him a lot. So if you're gonna say that, a lot of people in today's generation, you're gonna get hateful.
But it's a whole different world. You can't be saying these things online and not get because now the Tigers want to please explain. They're not investigating it, but they're saying they want to please explain from Adam Doueihi.
But he has every right what to say, bro. Like, I agree what he said, because like I said it to someone that I knew. People said, bro, over 2,000 years ago, we've always been hated.
Yeah.
Because they always mock about our faith.
Yeah.
That's what it needs to stop, bro. Enough is enough.
Even
every religion has gone through it just like us.
I think Israel Folau before, I think they wanted him to apologise. I don't think he never apologised.
I don't think he shouldn't be apologising. Yeah. He has every right what to say and for his own beliefs. Yeah. And I agree with the bloke. And if Adam Doueihi is watching, bro, I'm proud what you've said, and we all love you, man. I don't care.
And it comes down to the religious point of view.
Exactly.
It's like, he's a man of faith.
And we're a man of faith as well. We all are.
I'm saying in this situation.
And he's stepping up for what he
different
believes.
morals, different teachings.
100%.
Our faith. That, again, shouldn't have expressed it the way he did online.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, freedom of speech.
That's his belief.
And look, that's our religious belief.
Yeah. Exactly.
Religious belief.
So like, you accept him.
Yeah.
Like,
it goes both ways.
Exactly. But you know, for us, we don't hate people. We always forgive. Because it's always in the Bible. Jesus said you have to forgive to the people around the world. You know? I know.
It's so right what he said.
Of course.
If the roles were reversed, NRL wouldn't even look at this. They'll be like,
100%.
Yeah, they'll say he has the right to say
it's
it.
this new agenda.
It happened on Current Affair. The Project or some show. He made a mockery of like Jesus and all that.
Yeah.
And nothing, no like Channel 9, nothing. No one reported it.
The mainstream media.
Yeah, no one.
It was the people on
The
TikTok
the
and
people,
social
like,
media.
yeah,
Everyday
everyone
people.
that found out.
That's what they were forced to talk about it.
Yeah, exactly.
If it wasn't for that, they would let it go.
And
But see how you're saying about like on TikTok, Instagram, and everyone's waking up. Everyone's had enough. That's why they all stand up for the faith, and everyone's getting together. Yeah. But the mainstream media, they just want to keep everything silent because they know they're gonna down the track. They're gonna be
look. Anyways, that's a wrap to league talk. Now moving on to some wrestle talk. As we all know, the big news, CM Punk has finally returned to WWE, and for the first time in 9 years, actually. And on Monday Night Raw, he said that he's home. What are your thoughts on that, Anthony? Him returning back
I'm actually
after
happy.
9 years.
Bro, no, actually 10 years, sorry. From 2013 to now.
14.
14?
14.
Are you sure? Well, anyways, I'm happy that he's returned now.
Yeah.
I think now he's going to step up again, and I know what he's gunning for. So, he's going to go for the world heavyweight title, as you can see. And you know when you watch, I don't know if you all watched the War Games and that.
Yeah, I watched it.
When he came like out of nowhere and everyone went crazy. I was watching it at home. I was like, what the fuck? Holy shit. Like, are you serious? Like, this bloke's coming back? Like and I've been watching him on AEW as well. Like,
the camera was panning out.
Yeah.
I said, no,
I knew it was panned out because as soon as Orton came out, I said, you know what? I got a gut feeling someone's coming out. And it has to be the hometown hero. You're like, the hometown superstar.
Greatest moment.
Yeah. I think that was like the greatest moment in WWE history.
Yeah, 100%.
After in a decade, man.
Especially because CM Punk has claimed so many times when he left the show, he would never return. Never return. And for him to return, it just shows anything's possible.
Today, I was actually reading an article on Facebook on the WWE links. You know how they always how they always do rumors and tweets. They apparently said if Paul Heyman backstabs Reigns, he could just reunite with CM Punk. So if that happens, that'll be interesting, man.
That'll be a big twist in the blood.
But what do you think of that segment on Raw? A lot of people comparing it to when he came back to professional wrestling back in AEW. They're saying, really, in my opinion, I see what they're saying. It was a bit, didn't seem like CM Punk's way of talking. I like the AEW segment better when he first returned. Did you watch the AEW?
I watched it,
It seemed more CM Punk back in 2021. But now, like, it seemed a bit cringy, but I don't know, man. That's just me nitpicking.
Maybe he's given us a bit of a spoiler alert. Maybe like something's as in like when he hits to like the wall.
No, but what gave me goosebumps in that promo was when he said, "I'm home."
Yeah,
because you think he put in perspective all the shit he's been with Vince McMahon, Triple H, after 9 years. Just him saying those two words, "I'm home,"
and he wasn't wrestling that much too. But then he only had a
US. Said there's a few wrestlers still they're having a bit of
Rollins,
Seth Rollins, of course.
And you saw Rollins' segment as well. Like he was saying to the fans, "Just keep coming, keep it coming." And he was losing it, right? Like he's had it.
He doesn't like him at all. And they were like mates in NXT, like
exactly.
NXT.
Yeah, but they had a personal beef between each other from years ago.
After that, they just had problems, and Seth Rollins just doesn't.
Even like in the podcast he had Seth Rollins with one of the channels on YouTube, how he was saying that, of course, I don't like the guy, what he's done to like the industry, he disrespects it, but he even said that what he's done for me in my career, he'll always appreciate what he's done, because he's the reason why Seth Rollins is Seth Rollins right now. As a kid, like before entering the WWE, he's helped him develop to be the wrestler he is.
But did you remember the segment back in the days when Rollins was in the Shield, when CM Punk like was saying to who's actually the muscle? There was a question that he said. They're saying that Reigns is probably the face of the Shield. But then Rollins said, I think I am the face of the Shield.
I remember that.
That was back in 2013. When they were in the Shield, like in that segment. That was like the best one. So, I'm just saying that as a bit, you know. But I'm just happy for him that he's returned.
It's good.
But who you want to see CM Punk facing? Like think new fresh faces.
It's going to be Seth.
It has to be Seth.
Not just Seth Rollins, but it could be anyone.
That'd be one of the greatest storylines.
It wouldn't be Roman. Yeah, that would be.
That would be a storyline for the generation.
Do you think to fight they have to make up?
I
think to be in the same room, they have to have.
Look at John Cena and The Rock. They were never friends. They had real life beef. They just had to suck it up for TV.
Yeah, TV. True.
That's all it was.
That's what. I think it's going to be greater than The Rock versus John Cena.
I feel their beef's more serious. Like bigger. I think it's. I was speaking to what's called like Julian about it. He goes, their beef is another level.
It is.
I think Seth Rollins is jealous of CM Punk.
Maybe,
I think he is.
Could be,
I personally think he is.
Because I don't really know the reason. Because we knew the reason with Cena and The Rock. Cena was like, he's a part-timer. He's gone Hollywood. We knew the reason. But what is the reason with Seth Rollins and CM Punk?
Maybe he's jealous.
Could be jealousy.
What he's caused in, like, we don't know what goes behind the scenes. Maybe Seth Rollins knows what he brings backstage, and it's not a healthy environment when he's there. And maybe he's seen, like, wrestlers not in a good mental space because of him. Just things can go wrong behind the scenes, and
this is gonna make for some great TV.
Right, this is actually
the promos, Anthony. Oh my god,
I can't wait for it, man.
You wait. Actually, it has to be for WrestleMania. It has to be a WrestleMania. It
has to be for sure.
Maybe he knows that he's coming to take his belt. Like he already knows that CM Punk's going to take his belt.
Of course he is.
And he doesn't care. Like he doesn't care who does it, but he just doesn't want him. Maybe that's another factor getting him very angry.
But how long is he going to last in WWE? That's the big question.
I see it long term now.
What is it?
No, I think he will stay long term.
I hope he does.
You don't think so?
I would say 2 years the max. I'm going to say 2 years and then
surely
but he's in the age now, bro.
Because Triple H is like, he's changed in 10 years. But what happened in AEW was a few months
Yeah, it was.
You know what I mean? It could happen again.
And he was world champion as well.
I think this is a big opportunity for him.
Yeah, but if CM Punk doesn't get his way, because he likes to be week in, week out, the face of the WWE. That's not going to happen, really. With Roman Reigns.
At the same time, sorry to cut you out, boys, but at the same time, since he returned, he needs to get back to his fitness, bro. Like, the way I saw him when he walked out, he was a little bit overweight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, when he was in AEW, he was like, all right. It wasn't that bad.
He has to get back because he was off for a bit.
Yeah, but now if he's coming back to WWE, he has to bring his fitness back.
Do you see any AEW superstars joining him in WWE?
Honestly, you never know.
Chris Jericho, maybe?
People want John Moxley, Dean Ambrose to come.
Yeah, everyone said he's next.
Yeah,
of course. I want to see Jericho come back, man, and just retire. No, I know, but I would love to see him come back, bro. He was the OG of WWE.
Yeah, he is, but I'd love to see him. But I don't think
I know Christian is the face.
Everyone loves Dean
John Moxley has to.
Yeah,
I know Christian is the face of AEW, but I'd love to see him back at WWE.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'd love to see him.
But did you see that segment with Edge?
Yeah, I saw that segment. Yeah.
You see what Edge said to Christian Cage? Go fuck yourself. Because after he's like, I'm taking that title, bro.
Yeah, I'd like to see Christian back.
Christian will be a good addition to the...
I don't think they'll get him. He's a big
not a chance, bro.
Yeah, look at Cody Rhodes. Who would have thought? I actually
But did Cody Rhodes leave? Or WWE?
Oh, he left.
He actually left AEW.
He left on his terms.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm saying maybe...
And he started the company.
He was actually...
So that's what I'm saying.
Yes, that can happen.
Can happen.
Yeah.
Easily.
So look, CM Punk's return and Randy Orton, of course, we all knew on
so
Monday Night Raw before Survivor Series.
And we've all said it the last few months.
Yeah, he's coming back.
We kept predicting it, and look, it came
He's
true.
on SmackDown. He's called out Roman Reigns, and he stated that you can call Roman Reigns and you can tell him Daddy's back.
Yeah, that was a mad...
Bro, that was another
goosebumps.
That was another one, man. That was crazy. When I saw that...
Look, he's going to be next in the title shot.
Yeah, he will be.
Oh, yeah.
I hope he wins it, bro.
He won't beat him.
Maybe.
Look,
I would love to see him beat him.
I hope so, but Roman will lose at WrestleMania. If he versus him at WrestleMania, he will win it. But Roman, why would Roman lose at Royal Rumble when WrestleMania is like two more pay-per-views away?
No, he won't verse him.
So Roman's losing at WrestleMania. He's not losing it now.
Yeah, I think
I can see that. If Reigns like going all the way to Mania, I can see that Cody Rhodes will finish the story. But I don't think look, I want Randy Orton to win the title personally. But at Rumble, I think Cody Rhodes is going to win back-to-back Rumble.
It would be crazy if Roman won at WrestleMania again.
Nah, he won't.
You know,
it'd be crazy.
But Cody Rhodes will be the favourite, and I think Gunther as well, because Gunther is the favourite too.
It comes down to who does it benefit more, Cody Rhodes or Randy Orton. Really, Randy Orton's at the back end of his career. Cody Rhodes, the whole thing when he first came into WWE is finished the story.
Yeah, 100%.
There's more meaning for Cody Rhodes than Randy Orton.
And he missed his chance in the first WrestleMania.
Look, I think even Randy Orton, he's even said towards the end of Survivor Series, telling the fans, I've got 10 more years left. He's going to stay 10 more years. So I think he will break the record.
He will.
For the most championships in WWE history. Randy Orton.
How much
he's 14.
So he'll be 15 if he wins.
If he wins it. But I'm saying in 10 years' time, he'll surely beat. That's what I'm saying. I think he'll beat
the all-time record.
But then again, would WWE do back-to-back, like from WrestleMania 39 to 40, the same main event twice?
John Cena,
we've seen it a few times.
We've seen it, but like... Yeah, we've seen it with The Rock and Cena, but that was Rock and Cena.
But this is like... was crazy.
Yeah, but this is different, man. I don't know if I want to see that again.
Maybe add another person, triple threat.
Yeah, maybe a triple threat. Yeah. They got to do something.
Maybe do like Orton versus Cody Rhodes versus Reigns. Maybe that will make sense.
For me,
I wouldn't mind.
I'd love to see that.
Either turning heel, he either attacks Jey Uso or I think he attacks Cody Rhodes.
I'd like to see Randy Orton heel. He has to be a heel.
Look, something just hit me right now. Sorry to cut you out.
About Randy and Jay?
No. Something just hit me now. You know, with the World Heavyweight title for Mania for Rollins and Punk, I just heard the rumor that Damian Priest could potentially cash it in at Mania.
Yeah.
That could be a spoiler, That's going to be a surprise.
Look, and even Randy with Jay, he said, whatever, let bygones be bygones. But we all know Randy. Like,
he's going to RKO for sure.
I know. He'll wait for his
but that's just Randy, bro. That's how he is.
He RKO'd the manager of SmackDown.
Yeah, of course. But now he's suspended.
You know what? That reminded me of... No, he didn't get suspended.
He did. They actually announced that.
That reminded me of 2009, Randy Orton.
Which one?
09 Orton.
Yeah, when he,
You remember when he done it with Triple H?
The aura he has right now.
You remember when he done it with Triple H and Stephanie McMahon?
That's
Remember
what
when
I'm
he kissed
saying.
her?
That's what I'm saying.
That was the best of all time, bro. That was the memories, bro.
The Triple H rivalry was the best.
Yeah.
100%, bro. I reckon Triple H and Randy Orton was the best rivalry that one.
One of the best.
One of the best.
Yeah, one.
But yeah, it's good to see Randy back.
Anyways,
Bill's gonna
moving on to the segment for this week. Guess the poster. So basically, I've got WWE posters, pay-per-view posters, which I'll be showing to you, Anthony, and Samuel. So you got to guess which pay-per-view they are based on the poster. All right, this is the first one.
Oh, do I look too?
Yeah.
This one.
Oh, damn.
Wait.
I'll start with you, Anthony.
Oh, you go first. That's tough. I've seen that one. I've seen that one.
What pay-per-view is this?
Oh my god, that is a tricky one. I remember the era. I remember that time.
It's easy, man. This is the easiest one.
Yeah, I know. Because you had the Hardy Boys and Festus, Umaga.
What pay-per-view? It could be Extreme Rules. Could be.
I'm going to say... I've seen this one.
Can it be Royal Rumble?
I'm going to say Royal Rumble.
I'm going to say...
What do you say, Anthony?
I'll say Rumble. Royal Rumble.
So you say Rumble?
Yeah.
All right, you're both right.
Yeah.
Yes, 1-1. 1-1.
Yeah, because they're punching on with each other. Yeah. It makes sense.
Next one, boys. Next one.
Oh, I know.
All right, I'm going to start with you, Anthony.
I'll let Anthony.
Get your answer.
Is that Sheamus?
Don't say
that was a fatal 4-way match. I remember that.
Is that Sheamus?
That was back in 2017. I know that.
It says it there.
Okay, so... Wait,
Is that Monday Night Raw?
Nah, it's a pay-per-view.
It was a pay-per-view.
Doesn't
Wait.
that say Raw?
No, it's a pay-per-view. They're all pay-per-view.
Was it... I think I might get it wrong, but...
All right, lock in the answers. You got it?
He goes first.
I'll say all the answers at the end.
Was it... I'm trying to remember. Was it... It could be one of those. I'm not...
All right, say it.
It could be Fastlane or Over the Limit.
All right, what are you saying? What's your
I'm going
answer?
to say, I'll say Fastlane.
All right, what are you saying?
I think I'll say Fastlane.
You're both wrong.
What is it?
Great Balls of Fire.
Oh, damn.
Oh, yeah, because I remember when they had the logo of it. Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, okay.
That screwed me.
I forgot about that.
All right, next one.
At least we got
so
one.
you're both on 1-1?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, there's that one. All right, next one.
That was...
This is the easiest one, man. Surely they get this one.
That was
it's all going to be on the screen, and then I'm going to put it...
Was that...
Either Survivor or Elimination Chamber.
So this was like, what, back 10 years ago or something?
I don't know, man. You tell
I'm
me.
going to say Survivor Series.
What are you saying?
Yeah, I think I might go for Survivor Series too. Survivor Series.
Locking it in?
Yeah.
You're both wrong.
What is it?
It's Payback.
Oh, damn.
Shit.
As if, man. This was only like... This is 2017. Anyways.
I don't focus a lot on the pay-per-view.
I remember this one. That was the radar.
Not true fans.
Show me and I'll get it easily.
Oh, wait. Is that what it could have been? I would say Unforgiven.
What are you saying?
Look, I have no clue.
It could be Unforgiven, I think, or Armageddon. I'm not sure.
But I'm just going to say TLC.
You're so bad, man. Both
I'm bad
of
at this, yeah.
Backlash.
Oh my God. Far out, man.
All right, last one.
1-1.
Last one. Surely you get this, man. Everyone knows this one. This was 2006, I think.
I can't see. Oh, yeah.
Come on, boys.
Not true fans.
Honestly, they only got one.
Can't say that.
You're actually not true fans.
Well, so this was back in 06.
But I think 06, yeah.
06 or probably 07. I'm
Man,
not sure.
look at the poster.
Can I see?
That looks like TLC.
Yeah, I'm going to say...
I don't know.
Back in 06.
Fake fans, far out. As if they're even
Excuse
talking
me.
about WWE.
06, probably 07, I would say.
I'm going to say TLC.
What do you say, Anthony?
I'll say TLC.
All right, 5 seconds. Hurry up. What are you locking in? You got TLC? What do you got?
Elimination Chamber.
Survivor Series.
Damn it.
So you both drew.
Yeah.
There's no forfeit, but it's just
Okay.
a fun game.
Maybe give us one more, like something.
All right, I'll give you one more. This is all right. All right, you know what? Okay, I've got one. I've got one.
All right.
All right. Surely you get this one. Surely. All right, ready?
Oh, man.
So,
This is sudden death.
That's easy. That's
wait. So this was
that's
back.
Raw v SmackDown.
Yeah, I know that's
So
Raw.
what's that called?
Wait, so that has to be Survivor Series.
Survivor Series.
Survivor Series, wasn't it?
Has to be, isn't it?
Are they serious?
Wait.
Wait.
Raw versus SmackDown.
I'm going to give you one more chance.
Wait.
Because
So this was back in,
right now.
I think this was back in 09, I think.
09. 09. I think 09 or 2010.
It can't be Survivor Series. It could be...
Hurry up, man. Time's running out.
5, 4.
I'm going to give you a hint. It starts with a B.
Backlash. No, fuck. You just said no.
So that you're gone. So Anthony, what is?
So it starts with B.
Lock it in. Hurry up.
I'm trying to remember. Wait, trying to remember, mate.
10 seconds.
B.
9. Bashara. 8. 7.
Give up.
6.
Wait, just trying to remember. Wait, just give me another 10, 20 seconds. I'm just trying to...
It's going to be my draw if I don't get it.
Starts with B.
No, 5 seconds.
Oh, was it something with the bash? Or? No, it wasn't that. No, I'm done.
Bragging rights.
I forgot.
Anyways, you're both bloody
we're still
fake
draw.
fans.
We're fake.
That's it for the segment this week. And that's it for Wrestle Talk. Now moving on to some combat talk.
It's time!
All right, Anthony, time for some combat talk.
Yeah, man.
Ryan Garcia versus Oscar Durate.
Yeah.
I think I botched his name. But anyways, that was a great fight. It was really going one side of that. I know you didn't watch it, but just to explain it to you, that fight was going one side. Like Garcia at the start was filling him out, nice jabs and whatnot. Yeah. As the fight went on, Durate just was slamming him in the body. Garcia was turning his back. He was thinking he was Floyd Mayweather. The way he was fighting, he adapted a different style, Ryan Garcia, which didn't work out right for him, man. He dipped down, trying to evade those punches. It was working sometimes, but it wasn't his style. And then I think it was the 8th round. He got an 8th round knockout, Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
Got him in that corner. I think it was the right hand that stumbled him. And then he just unleashed after that, and he won in round 8. But it was, I think Ryan Garcia was a bit rusty in that fight. He was fighting a powerful puncher in Durate. He's like Tank Davis. I think Ryan Garcia wanted someone like Tank Davis in his next fight after when he lost, obviously. But yeah, he beat him. Look, if it even went to decision, a lot of people would have questions around Ryan Garcia's fighting ability after that Davis fight. But yeah, man, look, nothing bad really to say about Garcia. Just a bit of ring rust in that ring. And I'm sure, I'm sure he'll still come up in the division. But yeah, just a bit of ring rust. But yeah, he'll be back in swinging in full force. He's got a new trainer. I think honestly, he's come back well after that. After he got dropped by Gervonta Davis, he came back well.
Last fight,
I think he's coming back slowly, and I think he's going to be a force to reckon with, man.
I hope so, man.
But anyways, moving on. UFC Fight Night, a bit of MMA. Dariush versus, how do you say his name? Tasukan?
Which one? Dustin?
I butchered his name. Even I can't say his name.
No, it was Dustin.
Dariush versus Dasukan, whatever.
You mean Benil Dariush versus Arman Tasukian?
Yeah, bro. I can't say his name.
I don't know how to say it.
Anyways, that whole card was great.
Yeah, it was.
Let's start off with Sereno versus Stoltzfus.
Yeah, Dustin Stoltzfus, yeah.
Stoltzfus in the middleweight division. Yeah. What are your opinions on that fight, Anthony?
Bro, he had a really good strike. He had 78 total strikes.
Stoltzfus.
Bro, he was very, very tough. Yeah. He had good wrestling skills as well.
Yeah.
And his performance was very, very outstanding, man. And he controlled the whole fight, and he stopped with the naked choke in round 2. So he done a very, very good spot, man.
Yeah.
He's a good fighter, man. But I don't know anything about him. But because I've noticed there's a lot of new faces in the UFC now.
Yeah.
With the UFC Fight Nights, they're always bringing like new fighters that we've never seen. Yeah. So they're always making their name for themselves.
It's good for the sport. They can make their way up.
Bro.
But that was a great fight. Moving on, Clay Guida versus Joaquim Silva.
Yeah.
In the lightweight division. What are your opinions on that fight?
Bro, Clay Guida, bro, he's a tough son of a bitch, bro.
Yeah.
I remember watching this bloke.
He's a Hall of Famer.
He is a Hall of Famer, bro. And he's still fighting, man. The bloke's a tank. Bro, I remember the days when he used to punch the shit out of everyone. Like, when he's always an all-rounder.
Yeah.
Like, he has good punches, bro. Good techniques.
Yeah.
But this bloke is a Brazilian, Joaquim Silva.
He's a tank himself.
Bro, he was outstanding, bro, from the outset. So he was looking for the pace and the wrestle. So he managed it, but Silva put him on the canvas a couple of times.
Yeah.
But he struggled a bit. So, but he had a lot of damages. but Silva landed effectively in the spots.
Yeah.
So, like, there was a lot of positions that he was trying to pound him, but I think it worked out.
Nah, man, Clay's just a warrior, man. He was taking some heavy elbows, heavy knees, man, and he just kept coming back, kept coming forward, man. Yeah. I think he got dropped in...
I think in the second or third round.
I think in the first round.
Yeah.
But man, he's just the experience in him, the veteran in him.
The veteran,
knew how to come back from those situations, man.
But Silva had 85 total strikes.
Yeah.
But you know what? It was a very good performance by the two men.
Yeah.
I know it was a tough decision by unanimous.
Yeah.
So I think it should have been drawn because it was literally the same points.
It was but I could see why they would give it to Silva.
Yeah.
Unanimous decision.
But because he had that more confidence anyways, and he was the favourite, I think.
But it's crazy how Silva tried to finish him many times in that fight. It just Clay just kept coming back. He just kept coming back. It's crazy, man. I love to see fighters. I love that. Even if you saw after the fight, they all they hugged each other. The fans loved it.
It was just respect.
Oh man, it was crazy.
That was best, man.
Oh man. But anyways, moving on. Sean Brady versus Kevin Gastelum in the welterweight division. Opinions on that fight, Anthony?
Look, Kelvin Gastelum hasn't been fighting for the last probably a year, 2 years. I think the max after COVID and all that stuff. He was meant to fight Robert Whittaker from years ago, and it didn't happen. But Sean Brady, man, he was very quick. He put Kelvin Gastelum on the canvas.
Oh, he dropped him.
Bro, he dropped him. Yeah,
in round one, he dropped him.
He actually he dropped him in round one.
But it was all domination, man.
Bro, it was all domination, all around positions and that. And he was actually searching for the submission.
But it was a bit boring, that fight. But
yeah, it was. I think it was.
9 minutes ground control time.
Yeah, that was crazy,
bro,
man.
The fans hated it. You can.
I think everyone was booing at the same time.
They were booing, man. It was just a bit of a mismatch, man. Just even in that round two was. I don't think they had any stand-up in round two. It was all ground control by Brady.
Yeah.
All ground control.
That's what I don't like about grounding, bro. I love strikes, bro. When you see strikes, bro, people get excited. People get pumped up.
Everyone hated on what I said about wrestlers not being real fighters. Yeah. And I'll still stand by it.
Yeah, I know.
That was not real fighting, in my opinion. That was just embarrassing. He won the fight. Yes, give it to him. But just the fans just didn't care. They hated it. They started booing him. And he acknowledged it. He's like, I forgot what he said, but he acknowledged the fans booing. And I mean, just no one likes that at the end of the day.
100%.
But moving on, Rob Font versus Figueiredo in the bantamweight division.
Yeah.
Opinions on that fight, Anthony?
That was tough as hell, man.
That was his debut fight in the bantamweight division.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it's his first fight.
He was in the flyweight division.
He was in flyweight.
I remember.
He hadn't faced an opponent other than Brendan Moreno in 2 years.
That's crazy.
His only opponent in 2 years was Brendan Moreno.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, but he smashed it.
He actually
smashed it. He actually he wins via unanimous decision.
Yeah.
But man, it was all Figueiredo the whole fight, man.
The strikes, the landings,
look, up until round two, Figueiredo had 59% significant strikes to 28% for Rob Font.
Wow.
But look, man, he was landing some heavy shots, heavy elbows. He gained great control in round two. Mm-hmm. Round one wasn't really his round, but from round two, man, you can just see the domination by Figueiredo.
He's tough as hell, that bloke.
And even just the ground control, he dominated on the ground too in round three. And look, definite win. I'm happy with that decision.
Yeah, I'm happy with that too, man. But, he had a good performance on that.
Yeah, but that was a great fight, that one. The fans loved it too.
The co-main event, bro, Jalen Turner versus Bobby Green.
Bit of controversy in that fight.
That was a bit of controversial. Yeah. It was good in the first round, but then as soon as he clipped him in, bro, he punched him right in the ears. And then he just charged him down and then started landing with those right jabs.
That referee, Kerry Haitley,
he just let it.
He should have stopped it earlier. Should have been earlier stoppage.
I think that's what everyone was complaining about. Yeah. As soon as when someone gets knocked out or getting fucked over by the punches, they should immediately stop the fight ASAP.
100%. You know what I mean? And that's what all these veteran referees, he's a veteran referee. Even Dana White was it's just a mistake. He acknowledged the mistake, didn't try to come up with excuses. He's I stuffed up. And Dana White, I don't think he's going to do anything about it. It happens.
It happens.
But look, you see him not responsive. When a fighter's not responsive, you end the fight. He just kept going until we actually got knocked out. Poor Bobby Green.
But he's a dangerous fighter too, Bobby Green.
And Paul Turner, man, it took away from the spotlight of that spectacular finish he had. Everyone was talking about the referee. It
wasn't about the
They
fighters.
weren't talking about him.
It was about the ref.
So Paul Turner too, he got done by two. But main event time, Dariush versus Arman I'm going to butcher his name again.
Tassarukian, yeah.
He's fourth in the lightweight division, so he could be gunning for that Islam fight. I think they faced before, but early in their career.
Maybe, yeah.
Obviously, they did. Yeah. Islam won. But anyways, spectacular fashion.
Bro, he cleaned
throws that knee. Misses
that tie clinch knee, yeah, bro.
He slightly misses, then he lands that right hand.
Yeah, that was dangerous. That
round number one.
Benil's a tough fighter, bro. He's been in the game for like a bit.
He's been there for a while.
But bro, Arman, bro, he was tough as hell, bro. He was tough as nail, man. He had good punches as well. He maintained that. He actually maintained that first round, bro.
But it's crazy. Where's he from again?
I'm not too sure, bro. I really don't know.
Judging by the name, he's not Dagestani.
He's probably close to Russia or somewhere, probably down that.
It's that green, white, and red flag. I don't know what that is.
Maybe Kazakhstan. It could be Kazakhstan. Maybe I'm not too sure. We'll find out. Maybe the fans will know.
But this bloke,
he's tough as hell.
Man.
What the fuck?
Like they're already talking about him and Islam.
Yeah,
that could be a great fight. That could
love to see it.
That could be a firework match. But anyways, that was it for UFC Fight Night. We recapped. So moving on, George Kambosos Jr. is set to face Lomachenko for the vacant IBF title in Perth, potentially in Perth. Not confirmed yet. What are your opinions, Anthony? Do you think, first off, he faced twice in Melbourne against Devin Haney. Now we might fight in Perth. Where's the Sydney fight? Where is it?
I know. Like, there's no fights around Sydney anymore. Like, it's just...
The last one was UFC. But
of course it was, yeah.
That's his hometown. Sydney's where he's from.
That's where he was born and raised.
That's where he had all his amateur fights, all his pro fights come up. Why isn't he fighting here, man?
Everyone wants to see it, but I would love to see him fight in his hometown.
Yeah.
But why would you go take it over to Perth, man?
Regardless, man.
They've done the UFC events there.
We got to go.
We know that.
But we have to go.
When is it?
It's probably next year.
Oh, it has to be.
So
if it's confirmed.
We'll go twice. We'll go
100% we're going to go.
Once we'll wrestle with WWE and then we'll go for
Absolutely.
Anyways,
I'm down for it.
Let's talk about this actual fight. Yeah. So Devin Haney vacates his undisputed titles. Now he's going up a division because he said he can't make weight anymore. Fair enough. Yeah. So now it's for the IBF title. Mm-hmm. So now Haney's WBC title goes to Shakur Stevenson. Mm-hmm. The WBA goes to Gervonta Davis. Yeah. And WBO potentially could go to Isaac Cruz. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, so all the belts are vacated. Now it's for the IBF title. Now the opponent, Vasily Lomachenko. This is not an easy opponent for George Kambosos.
This is the toughest fighter, bro.
This is a very tough... Haney had trouble with him.
Yeah, he actually did.
Now Kambosos... We see Kambosos had trouble with Devin Haney twice with the jabs and whatnot. I don't know. I'm not feeling hopeful in this fight against Lomachenko. But look, man, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. But he needs to find the way, not just find the way out, but he needs to strategize the game plan in the boxing ring if he's going to defeat him.
Especially with Lomachenko's footwork.
Yeah.
We saw how much Haney struggled with that. But for some reason, I feel Kambosos will struggle more in this fight. Just simply because of his style. He's very on his toes. He's that brawler type. Yeah. And maybe that could be to his advantage.
Yeah.
Maybe Lomachenko. I mean, he can deal with pressure. We've seen it before.
Yeah.
But I feel I think it's more of an issue for Kambosos.
Yeah. Look, that's my biggest worry too, because if you can tell the last two performances from David Haney and George Kambosos, I didn't see that confidence from George Kambosos. He was kind of nervous.
Yeah.
Because, Haney, bro, he was like top of the game, bro. Like
he's still at the top.
He's still at the top. But Kambosos should think like saying, you know what, after these two performances, I need to get like better and get more stronger. Yeah. I know it takes a bit of a time and process, but if he's versus Shevchenko, this bloke is like, this bloke, he has to be prepared, right?
Because Lomachenko, like the thing is, even with Lomachenko's defense, man, like George Kambosos doesn't really have a defense game.
He doesn't have it in him.
Like his hand, he has it in him. He has that fight in him. You can't deny the dog in him. But at the same time, he can't. You saw what Devin Haney did with a jab to his face
from round one to round 10. Yeah,
like he just doesn't. He doesn't
move around.
He doesn't have the defense a fighter should have. Like he has to improve on his defense game, and I'm sure he is. But I want to say, like, imagine this could be him his journey back to the undisputed titles. If he wins these IBF titles, fuck man, sky's the limit. He could be undisputed again.
Yeah,
now that Devin Haney's out of the picture.
Absolutely. But he needs to step up, man. He needs to step up and be awake.
100%. I feel he's still hungry.
Yeah, I
think
think
still see his training videos online and stuff.
He's still got more to come, man. He's still got plenty of time.
But but that's about it for that topic. Moving on, our good friend Khabib Nurmagomedov has said he was offered $40 million to come out of retirement. So this is what he said. He's like, shall I do a little impersonation?
It's up to you, you know.
It's not easy. How does
it's not easy,
brother. It's not easy to just say it, no to 20, 30, 40 million dollars. But for myself, it's not everything. This is not the most important. It was not an easy decision, but if I decide, I decide. So basically what he's saying is he turned out 20, 30, 40 million dollars to come back out of retirement to the UFC by Dana White. And he's like, he's stubborn on the idea that he doesn't want to fight again because of his father and whatnot.
After the
But what are your opinions on this, Anthony? Is he talking out of his ass? Like, honestly. Look, to be honest, I want to pay $5 for him to come back to the UFC. The only reason why I'd bring back Khabib back to the UFC is so Conor McGregor can get his revenge on him. Really. I didn't give a rat's ass about this guy. This guy's done nothing for the sport. His value is nothing to this sport. Really.
Look, everyone has their own opinions, their own says.
He brings... what do you say?
Offering the contracts, like offering the more money to come back.
$40 million
bro,
for that Dagestani to come to the UFC, come back to the UFC. I get he has some sort of draw power.
Yeah.
But I don't think McGregor will get $40 million if he was retired to come back to the UFC. Maybe he would. I don't know. Maybe we're talking about us. Maybe he might get more. But for Khabib...
But would he ever come back? I don't know. That's the big question.
I don't think... He said no. He said...
I think, you know what? I'm going to be fair with you. I think let the fans decide. I'll say if the fans 100%. Think Khabib will come back... Look, to me...
No. He said he won't. But let's see, what do the fans think?
Yeah, let's see what the fans think.
Do you think he should come back? Accept the money? Accept the payday? Because, look,
I don't know.
If he comes back, who do you give him?
Yeah, look, that's the big question mark. Who's he going to fight? I want to say who's he going to fight.
Islam versus Khabib? Teammates? Brothers?
I don't know. I really don't know.
But really, this is why they want him back. They want... When McGregor comes back and he starts getting back into that winning column, they want McGregor. Really, Dana White wants McGregor versus Khabib too. Well, he said it.
Yeah.
He's like, imagine if he came back. I don't remember. Back in the day. He's like, imagine you came back. Imagine how big the second fight would be between you and Conor.
But because he was in the lightweight division, I know that. But you got a lot of talent in lightweight division. Yeah. Alex Periera. You got Islam. Yeah. Who else there is? Oliveira as well. There's a lot of fighters that if he does return, he can fight those fighters. I can't say he won't return. But I'm just saying he's not gonna guarantee come back.
He doesn't have that draw power.
He's a good fighter and everything. I understand that he has his values and all that stuff.
Just a good fighter. Not even fighter. Sorry, I'm not even claiming
that's yours.
He's not a fighter.
Look, I was a fan of him. Don't get me wrong, and I still am. But to see him to come back, I'm not too sure.
I wouldn't pay him.
It's a hard decision.
I wouldn't pay him again. I wouldn't pay him $40 million. Wouldn't pay him. He's lucky he's getting $5 from me.
How old is he anyways, Khabib? How
he's
old
like still Conor's
30s?
Age, like 30, 35.
Late 30s?
35, I think. But anyways, look, he's only got the fighting aspect. Yeah. He doesn't got the promo skills or whatever to be worth $40 million to come back to the UFC. That's a waste of money. Anyways, I'm getting out of hand. I'm repeating myself, but I always get angry talking about this.
I know you always.
You know how much I hate him.
You always.
Anyways. Last topic, UFC fighter Zahabiu, Canadian fighter, says if Alex Periera ever wins heavyweight championship against John Jones, Daniel Cormier needs to unretire. So basically come out of retirement. So he said if Periera wins the fight, Cormier's got to step in, win the title, retire again. That's what I would do. What are your opinions, Anthony? Say Periera does beat John Jones, moves up a division, wants the gun for that third title in 3 different weight divisions, and he does beat John Jones. Is it Daniel Cormier's responsibility to come out of retirement and end this guy?
I think Daniel Cormier is out of his prime, bro. Like he's retired now. Yeah. He's already achieved. He was a double champ as well. So he's won the light heavyweight and the heavyweight title.
Yeah.
So I think there's no point of him to come back.
Exactly.
But Alex Periera, maybe that's a big opportunity.
He'll be the first fight, and if he wants to go for it, he'll be the first fight in UFC history
to win that.
3 belts in 3 different weight divisions. That'd be crazy.
Look, the first thing is we want to see John Jones to come back after his injury,
100%.
after his from his pec, like how he torn it.
Yeah.
So we don't know when that's going to happen for next year for the heavyweight, but you know how Tom Aspinall's still waiting for his opportunity. But Alex Periera, bro, I would love to see him to win 3 championships.
But he won't beat John Jones.
No.
John Jones will finish him in 1 round.
John Jones will dominate him the first few seconds in the fight.
100%. So but if he does, it's not Cormier's responsibility to come back. That's it. The bloke's got an ESPN deal or whatever he's got. He does commentary for UFC. He's happy in retirement, man. Yeah. There's no reason, as you said, for him to come back. But that's about it for Combat Talk for this week. Now moving on to some football talk.
Absolutely world class.
All right, guys, back with some football talk. It's been a while since we've done one of these. I think it's been maybe 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah, I'd say.
But yeah, it's officially back. Premier League kick-started after the international break. First of all, we'll start off with Arsenal. Are we starting to see Arsenal now hit their strengths? Of course, we see them beat Lons, I think 6-0.
6-0.
Now 2-1 against Wolves. Potentially could have been 5-6-0 again. So as an Arsenal fan, what are your thoughts about how everything's starting to click now?
For me, like now I'm starting to really see the Arsenal from last year. Like you mentioned, 6-0 against Lons. A fantastic performance in the first half. Second half, I like to be more ruthless, score more goals. No matter if it's 5-0, 4-0, 6-0, I just love goals. And you look at Wolves' game this week, 2-1. If no one watched it, they'll say, oh, Wolves kept Arsenal in it and it was a very close game. But the bigger picture is that Arsenal performed well and it should have been 5-6-0 in the first half. We dominated that game. The fast football, the fluidity from last year was evident in that game this week. And like we said, we're starting to see what we produced last year. It's been a very slow start. I think the style we've been building on this season has been, I think, not entertaining, but I think it's been something that fans of Arsenal have been happy because we're very hard to break down these days. You look at last year, there was moments in the games where Ramsdale will always be tested, but this year, look at it, Raya is barely being tested this year. So it's something that he's improved on, Arteta, and I'm really happy that we're not conceding goals. We've got the best defense in the league, only conceding 11. The second best, I think, is Liverpool. I think they've conceded 14. So it shows how far we've developed. Would have loved to keep that clean sheet this week. But yeah, it's good to be an Arsenal fan right now. We're developing. Tomiyasu is really performing. Ben White hasn't been getting selected in recent weeks because of Tomiyasu's performances. He's got 3 assists. I think 4 assists in the last 2 games. He's got already clean sheet against Lons. So slowly Tomiyasu, we're starting to see what he produced last year when he first joined. Very underrated, and I feel he's developed into a much better playing, not defensively, but attackingly. Last year, he was more defending well more than attacking. But this year, he's overlapping, making assists, creating chances, which is something I think Ben White has probably improved on him, or Arteta, one of those two. But it's good to see so many players that you don't expect perform well.
You can also see with the Arsenal attack, like, I know at the start, like, it was very hard to see what had happened to them last, like where everything they built last season like went. It's like they changed their style of play, in which they probably did. But now you can of course see, especially in that Lons game, but especially that Odegaard goal, the second one, the passing, the tiki-taka football, it's slowly coming back from last year. And then again, that's what really got Arsenal, everyone wanting to watch them. They're exciting, they play good football. And I feel the way they've started the season, it's been good, but hasn't been the best. But still, you're getting those results. But now people again are saying, look, this is the Arsenal that we've seen, the Arsenal we've known since Arteta's came, especially within these past 2 seasons. But yeah, Arsenal are just now building confidence. They're getting wins. They find themselves 3 points ahead of Liverpool. 2 points ahead of Liverpool.
Yeah,
3 points ahead of Liverpool. And look, Arsenal, if they can go on a run, City have Liverpool, Aston Villa on the weekend. They could potentially go, you never know, 6 points ahead of City. So it's important Arsenal keep this going. But again, we know what happened last season. They had a big lead and they choked it.
And I just want to mention about Saka this year. like I said, he's already contributed 5 goals, 5 assists this season. Champions League, he's performing to probably one of the best players in the Champions League so far this season. Of course, Bellingham and Mbappe still have a few players ahead of him. But what Saka is producing, I think he's underperforming this year. Yeah. It hasn't been the brightest start as we saw last year. But still, for him to get that many goals, that many assists already in 14 games, not performing to the level we all expect from him, that shows how good this kid is. And now I'm starting to see Saka returning to his best.
Yeah, that goal.
Against Lons, against Brentford, you could see what he was doing. He got an assist towards the end. And also this game, this week against Burnley, Wolves 2-0, he got a goal, could have had another goal and an assist when Martinelli hit the post. But yeah, things are looking good, but we can't get ahead of ourselves because, again, like you said,
it's still early. It's
still early days. We saw last year one injury that cost us the whole title race when Saliba left. So it's all about remaining focused, ensuring the players remain fit, game management in the on the field, and if we can control that, I think it could be hopefully the year we actually win the league.
Well, now we look back to Man United now. Of course, you mentioned about Arsenal. People might look at the score saying, 2-1, Wolves played good. You could say the same with Newcastle United. 1-0, that score did not reflect how the game went. Newcastle demolished us, outplayed us, shots left, right and centre. I think up to the 70th minute, it was 18 shots to Newcastle to United's 2 with 1 on target. But yeah, that game was tough to watch. And when they got that goal, they kept on going. Then we started to build momentum. Anthony scored, but Mcguire was offside, interfering with play. So yeah, with United, it's been a bumpy season, of course. Especially with the Champions League, the draw against Galatasaray 3-3, putting our Champions League hopes on the brink. We need a win against Bayern, but we also need to rely on the other matches. And it's a worse feeling, the worst thing when you got to rely on someone else, someone else's results. And look, with the Champions League,
and you need the teams to draw.
You need the team. Yeah, so it's going to be tough. I reckon it's done. I reckon we'd probably maybe get Europa League. But I think Onana is to blame for why we're exiting the Europa League. Against Bayern, of course, we were playing very good 25 minutes or 20 minutes. Makes a mistake, we capitulated. He made a mistake against Galatasaray, many mistakes in the 3-2 win for Galatasaray at Old Trafford. He made
winning penalty save.
He won the penalty save, of course, and then he made mistakes against what's it called?
Copenhagen,
and again another mistake. All 3 goals against Galatasaray. The first one should have done much better. Of course, he adjusted his wall, but you can't just move to the left, assume he's going to kick there. You got to wait till he kicks it and then see where the ball's going. He took that step, it went in. The second goal, mistake. I don't know what he's doing. I feel his saves are very unorthodox. There's so many times where he palms it. It's very strange how he saves goals. And the third goal, again, you should not be getting beaten on your knee post like that. His positioning was terrible. He was way up front. He should have been more back covered near the post, and that goal would not happen.
Look, you can't doubt the potential and the quality of Andre Onana, especially at Inter. What he done last year for them, the way he played from the back, the saves he made. Of course, I've seen a few highlights. His handling isn't the best, but again, he got him to the Champions League final, and it's probably because of him joining a club like United, and especially with the position your club is in at this current moment and the owner, the situation, it's not helping him. So the pressure is on Onana ever since he joined the club. It's not a big transfer fee you signed him for,
but still for a keeper.
For a keeper, it is.
Should be doing better.
So look, would you say still early days? I know he's made a lot of mistakes.
He's made a lot of mistakes.
He might have in the second half of the season, he might be the best keeper in the competition in that second half of the season. So there's a lot of issues at the club right now, possibly exiting of the Champions League, going into the Europa League, being defeated by Newcastle. So look, I don't know what's wrong at United at this current stage. Just many players underperforming, including Rashford. Lots of talks about him in that performance against Newcastle. And again, I've said it multiple times that I knew this was going to happen. I said last year it was a very good season, but that season was just a big bunch of a season. So he started not the best. In the middle of the season, he was performing to a very good level to what players in the Premier League like Haaland and Saka. But then towards the end, he started to fade. And I knew this was going to happen once he signs that contract. You look at Aubameyang, happened to him, and he just flopped. And that's what I'm seeing from Rashford.
Look, before I go into Rashford, I want to go back to Onana. You look at him, he's 28 years old, played in the Champions League final. He shouldn't be making these mistakes at the level he's at. He's played at Ajax. De Gea, he was 21. Everyone comparing, De Gea, look at him, he was making mistakes. But De Gea came from the youth, from Atletico Madrid. He's still young. He's still going to have those mistakes in him. And you can't compare that to Onana, who's, again, as I said, 28 years old. He's played in the Champions League final, played in the Europa League final with Ajax. He's got that experience, and he should not be making those mistakes at such an elite level, especially the Premier League, the best competition in the world.
He scored goals a lot in the Champions League, and yet he still
And
lose.
even his distribution, like, for me, as I said, I think, like, personally, distribution is such an overrated thing in football. That's what I think, because for me, any time I'd want a keeper that can save a goal, save a shot, because that's what you need. You need the keeper's main thing is to save the shot. And I think Onana, we got him in for his distribution reason. Not one good ball have I seen from him. Not one. Like, he's maybe did a few in the Champions League, but like I'm telling you, he can't. Like, every ball he does, it goes out. And De Gea was better than that. De Gea was not known for his distribution, but he was doing better. So I think that distribution keeper that you need, I think it's completely overrated. Personally, I don't think it's that. It is important, but I don't think it's that important to an extent where you need to sell De Gea for Onana. So
yeah, fair.
That's my
actually
opinion.
a fair
I don't
point.
think it's a crucial thing. I prefer always a shot-stopping keeper that knows how to save goals, because at the end of the day, that's what you need. Because look, we got rid of De Gea. We're conceding goals left, right and centre from a keeper that cannot save a shot. Even when he does save a shot, it's just the weirdest save. Like, you don't feel comfortable when he's in goal.
Last year, you were quite a good defensive team.
Very solid.
Kept the most clean sheets.
We looked like as a unit, we were solid. When De Gea made a save or the defenders made a block, everyone's united. Everyone's
like Lissandro and that.
High-fiving each other. Like, just so excited, because for a defender, that's what you want. Those are the things, like scoring a goal, these are the moments that get you hyped up.
Yeah, you're right. Now, let's move on to your rivals, Liverpool and Man City. Liverpool trailing 3-2. 10 minutes left to go. They pull off a miracle and winning 4-3. Then you look at Manchester City, controversial draw. Haaland with a brilliant long pass to Grealish. He was fouled during that play. The ref said advantage, play on, but then he caught it back, and that ruined the chance of them getting the 3 points. Now that's back-to-back draws for City, and that's another win for Liverpool. So Liverpool, you look at their performances. Look, no Alisson during this game, so I get why they maybe conceded that much, but again, you can't think that way. It's Fulham. You shouldn't be conceding that much, especially away from home and trailing 3-2 at one point of the game. And Man City, for them, it's always Tottenham. Yeah. They always seem to just struggle against them. There's always a goal fest between those two. You look at the Champions League last year, a couple of seasons ago.
And Son always turns up.
Yeah, Son always turns up. So it's always an entertaining match between City and Tottenham. But yeah, they're
3 draws in a row now.
City always seem to start slow. But again, it's always towards the end of the season where they just click and no one can stop them. So right now, they're really struggling. They've dropped 9, so they've only got 3 points in the last 9, which isn't good. I think Liverpool are in a good position right now. They're winning games.
They've got Sheffield away next.
Sheffield, that could be a big score. So Liverpool aren't looking like wow, but they are winning games just like Arsenal. And I feel what their missing piece for me, yes, Salah is scoring all their goals, but I think they need that clinical striker.
Nunes hit the
Mbappe,
post.
could he join there next year? Or Victor Osimhen, Tony, Watkins? There's so many strikers. I think that
clinical striker
better than Darwin Nunes, because he hit the post like you said again.
He's improved. He's improved completely.
He
from
misses
last
too
year,
many chances.
But he misses a lot of chances here. I think he's got one of the most amount of chances in the box.
Yeah.
He misses too many chances. And in the Premier League, as a striker, you can't be missing that. If he scores those goals, everyone's going to be looking at him in a better way. Yeah. He's going to be starting more games. But at that moment, you got to be better. You got to be sharper, and you got to be concentrating at those moments, because you need to You need to put the ball.
You watch the highlights. Always, he's just constantly hitting the post and missing big chances. Salah also missed a big chance during the game. But yeah, look, it happens. Strikers miss a lot of chances, but I think that's one of his key areas he needs to improve, which is his finishing. I think everything else, he works hard. He's got that link up plays pretty decent. But yeah, as a striker, your main target is to finish the goals and get the goal.
And he gets a few assists here and there.
Yeah, he does here and there. But let's talk about that controversial decision from the Man City game. For me, the ref clearly put play on, and then Grealish was 1-on-1 with the keeper, and then the ref just suddenly just gets the ball back, and they have to restart the only thing
why I think he maybe pulled it back, maybe thinking he was offside in an offside position. He blew it. I know it's about, I'm saying
there's VAR to
of course, but then you're not going to bring that back to the free kick. Potentially, they'd continue the play and it's offside. So maybe that's a reason why he did it.
Yeah.
But I think City in a position where they're always involved in like controversial moments with the VAR. So look, I think Man City now, it can't impact them. It can't affect them. They've got to keep on moving. Haaland went crazy. There was a lot of exchange.
Finally, things go against them.
Yeah.
Because it always seems to, like the ref always by their side.
It's always City. And something went against them finally. But Man City and Liverpool still in the top three. You got Arsenal, then Liverpool, then City. So, of course, they're going to be battling right to the end. But finally, the Euro draw 2024 is officially
I'll get that up.
We'll quickly look at that before we wrap up football talk. I know Group A, of course, is Germany, Scotland, Hungary, we've got, and Switzerland.
Yeah, so first group,
Germany, Hungary, Switzerland, and Scotland. That's an underrated group. I feel that's a very tough group.
Yeah.
Scotland have the likes of Scott McTominay, Josh McGinn, who always turn up for their nation. Hungary, we know what they did to Germany last.
They're a very solid team. They're very good.
Germany have versed them a few times in these past few years, and they caused a lot of trouble for them. Switzerland, another good team. So
we drew against them in 2-2 in the Euros.
It was 2-2 or
did we win?
I think 3-3 in the UEFA Nations League, then 2-2 in the Euros.
The Euros, yeah.
And it was Goretzka who got the goal at the end.
Yeah, and that we got to the next
Germany,
round.
They're in a position where they got very good players, but they're just in a mess, completely in a mess. They could potentially come third. They can get out. So for me, Germany's not guaranteed first.
But that home advantage could be something. I just think our style of play isn't good. We're just a possession
even
team.
The Euro was
like
the Euro
that,
match was in a bit. The Euros in Germany. Was a bit in Germany.
Germany, England.
They played the Hungary game in Germany.
Yeah, that's right. Allianz Stadium.
So Germany are in a position where.
So who goes through for you?
I'd say I'm going to say Germany first.
And I'll go Hungary.
Hungary second. And I'll go Scotland third. Yeah.
Okay. Next group, we've got Spain, Croatia, Italy, and Albania.
Spain.
Again, that's quite tough.
Spain, Croatia, Italy, Albania. Yeah, Albania can cause a shot. Last Euro 2014, 16, they caused a shot.
Croatia made semi-finals in the Euros.
Yeah, they did.
So
that's the group of death, I think.
It is. Team, so I think I'll go. That's a bit close.
Spain,
I'll go Croatia and Spain through. I think Italy just scraped and they just made it.
Yeah, Italy always struggle. I'm going to go...
I think Croatia I'm going
to go Spain first, and I'm going to go Italy second.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
The next group, we've got Denmark, Slovenia, Netherlands, and of course, someone else that hasn't yet been pulled out, depending on the playoff rounds. But for me, if I was looking at this, I think Netherlands have got the easiest draw.
Netherlands will make it for sure.
I think Netherlands and Denmark will make it. I wouldn't be surprised if Denmark get first.
Yeah, Denmark can get first.
Because they have seen to pull off miracles in the World Cup as well as the Euros.
Yeah, I'd say Netherlands. As of now, I just probably say Netherlands, Denmark.
Okay, and next group, we've got Serbia, England, and Romania. I think that's another easy draw for England. I think they'll top that group. And depending who makes it into the playoff round, basing on now, I'll say probably Serbia.
Yeah, I'm going to say England first, and then whoever that 14 is, I'd say probably.
We'll go for Belgium, Slovakia, Austria, France.
That's another big group. I'm going to go France to top the group.
I'll go Belgium.
I'm going to go...
Now, Belgium will make it.
These are early predictions. When it gets later onto the season, then you really know who's going to go through. But I'll just say France and Belgium for now.
And the last group is I think that's the last group. Yeah, Turkey, Portugal, and Czech Republic, and a playoff team hasn't.
I really feel Portugal could win it.
Yeah, I think this could be the year.
Ronaldo is like hungry for a trophy. Ever since Messi got the World Cup,
he could win the Euros and World Cup.
Again,
imagine that.
I hope Ronaldo does that. As much as I feel Messi is a better player, I always love Ronaldo more.
Yeah, mate.
For some reason.
I'll agree.
And I hope Ronaldo wins the Euro and hopefully the World Cup in
I see that happening.
Yeah, but anyways, that's a wrap up for football talk, and we'll go with the boys to wrap up the podcast. All right, guys, that's a wrap up for the Touchline Podcast, episode 52. Got through our usuals, league talk, wrestle talk, combat talk, and Premier League talk. But yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in episode 53.